Don't. Just listen. Just listen. That's right, guys. Despite us not playing yesterday, we did get the dub, 44-20. Video. Hold up.
This one from
There we go.
7 yards out. And just a great job bouncing to the outside yet again. It's been time and time again.
Mike Elko starting across the field to congratulate Shane Beamer.
Let me see them.
Hey,
The danger.
bro, we was watching this last night, and I was like, how many? I don't mean to be inappropriate, but how many shirts fell off, and how many people got they butt whipped up coming through them bushes like that? Hey, great win yesterday to the Gamecocks. Shout out to the Gamecocks.
Shout out to the Cox.
Cockefeller Records 2025.
Took him to Pound Town. Took him to Pound Town. Cox did.
There's a lot of cocks that storm the field.
Cox storming.
Cox were everywhere.
Hey guys, it's Sunday. Y'all just got out of church, or y'all just got some church or chicken. I don't know, one of the two. But
Shout out to Danye.
shout out to Darkness. Speaking of the Hornsmen, nice victory yesterday. But guys, also we beat Vandy last week. People gave us a lot of crap for playing a weak schedule, but Vandy won again last week. I mean, yesterday beating Auburn. In Auburn, they are 2-0 against the state of Alabama. Yeah, they're winning in Alabama. So, what we talking about today, guys?
Well, the thing about it is, guys, we don't make the SEC quote unquote schedule, right? And everybody was trying to tell us, oh my God, it's going to be so difficult. And you guys are in the SEC. People forget, because we've been to them. We've been to Missouri. We've been to Arkansas. We've been to Ole Miss. So we know what it is. And one main thing that people fail to realize, 90% of the games we have went to in the last decade and a half, Texas is the biggest game. That's not your rival. So everybody's up for us. So the SEC ain't no thing. Vanderbilt gave everything they could. They a solid team with all them transfers. They got Tim Beck, not our Tim Beck, but the other Tim Beck as offensive coordinator. The dude Diego ain't lost to Auburn ever. He 3-0 versus Hugh Freeze.
Bobby is a beast, man. He's hustling.
So look, we got who in front of us. The road is right there. And again, we finally saw, when Aggie comes up against a cop, it's going down. Literally.
It's going down.
We might have to put a rating up on this.
The Cox played real hard, and they were able to penetrate effectively immediately. And over and over, they just kept coming. They just kept coming back.
But do you feel like that A&M, that they left a bad taste in A&M's mouth, that untimely victory? I mean, right? Like,
You have to acknowledge. I mean, they're offensively. First of all, the Cox kept going deep. Right, they kept going deep, and then in terms of trench warfare, right, they were just pushing through the hole. Cox was pushing through the hole. So maximum effort. You know what I'm saying?
Inch by inch. That's right. Inch by inch, they were pushing.
That's how you play the game.
It's a game.
The funny part is you gave the Cox an inch, and they took a mile, all right, whatever, a yard, or whatever it was.
Okay, so let's talk about the other game that we were all watching yesterday. Georgia versus Florida. Good first half. I think we were rooting for the I don't know, who were y'all rooting for to win that game yesterday?
Well, I'd love to chime in. I think what we saw was what we addressed before. Carson Beck is what is the opposite of the truth? He's a liar. He's not a good quarterback at the moment. I think they lost ETN, so they were down a little bit of firepower. But I think Georgia is a little bit of a misleading team at this point. Florida is not. They're not equipped to hang with a team like Georgia, or shouldn't be. So, I mean, as I was pulling for Florida for household reasons, I saw that Georgia is vulnerable and hope to see them again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll echo that. I mean, I just want to say, I agree with you, Kali. It's two truths and a Carson Beck. So that's the new game. 3 interceptions. He just, he was unimpressive, right? And there was some. I looked at the trench warfare piece, which I appreciate. Florida, they have some beasts up there too. So that's what I was just watching to see what we have coming. And I was impressed by their defensive front and their offensive line play. But yeah, Georgia, we'll see you.
Yeah, and you want to be selfish, sadly, right? So you say, we never want to see injuries, but there was like a point in like the second or maybe right at the third quarter where like I want to say like 4 plays in a row, Florida had somebody go out. Like the quarterback from Willis, they had like a tight end that went out. They had a receiver that went out. And we have an early game with them next week, 11 a.m. So it's one of those deals where it was like, again, I go back to people tell us all the time, oh my God, this SEC, it's so tough. But like, it's tough to play us too.
Hey,
like, it's tough to come to the crib.
Wait, speaking of early, is your Christmas tree already up this early?
It is, right? So
or have you not taken it down since last year?
We can tomato, right?
It's a 365.
To answer your question,
It's a
yes.
365.
Sweet baby Jesus in Bethlehem, we pay homage on today.
I think I'm not stocking up on eggnog tonight. For the Christmas party.
The good quality stuff.
Hey man, did y'all see that video yesterday when old buddy was trying to talk mess to Jason Kelsey and he smashed his phone though?
I missed it. Ooh.
Pushed him down too, by the way, man. I definitely want to give him a shout out for being patient in that situation. I mean, all eyes are on the world for that dude to lose something. So I don't know the whole story behind it. What I did see is you got to be one wise or one bold or one stupid person to sit there and push down a person who used to play against 300 plus time people.
Yeah, as we know, like it's all good when you see these like professional athletes on screen, and then you stand next to a Shawn Rogers or a Casey Hampton, and it's like, oh, well, yeah, maybe Casey looks short in comparison to this other 6'7" dude. But when you're going up, when you stand next to these dudes and it's gone, and also guess what? Shout out to Nino Brown and New Jack City. But Jason Kelsey said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
You gonna talk about Travis? Hey, you know what? Go ahead and give me that cell phone, dog, because it's mine now. Say another word. Say another word, Barbara.
Hey, and to be honest, old buddy ain't really got to worry about the Kelsey. He got to worry about the Swifties. Trust, because they gonna be on his butt.
Don't you mess with our man.
Don't you mess with him. You call my husband an F word? What? Yeah, the Swifties gonna be after his ass more than the Kelseys are.
And he was in Tim's.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to give him a quick shout out for also almost making that field goal too. College game day. I mean, going straight up in some Tim's. That's a tough one.
I wanted to ask, like, he had Tim's on, and my heart tells me he also had on the shorts. That's not the guy you run up on, dog. Because it's like 11. It's
Right,
like
kind of mindset.
10:30 in the morning. He's got on Tim's, and I guess they were in like Pennsylvania, so like, I mean, it makes sense. But I'm like, bro, where are your On Clouds? Where are your Nikes? I mean, we went to Cincinnati, so where are your Bearcat? He's like, no, dog, I got these crispy Tims, and I'm about to kick this field goal.
Fresh.
Face potential.
Yeah. Is borderline Remy from Higher Learning with the ball head. Like, you really don't know what he's going to do.
Doesn't even look like he drank the beer, so
you
it looks like he kept the beer. I respect that maximum effort right there.
Probably, I like your glasses, by the way. I just want to make a note.
Man, thank you. I don't get enough, I don't think positive reinforcement with these. I think I get some negative attention from time to time. But hey, I love you, and I appreciate
Smiles.
And,
it looks smiles.
King, I appreciate
and as a negative reinforcement on the glasses, I too want to say, Kali, I don't like them. I don't know if anybody else said that. I don't know if they can hear it.
Well,
I don't know why you need blue block.
Lighting matters.
Your age. Yeah. So.
Man.
So we got Florida next week.
Yeah, we got Florida. We had our bye weeks. Like I said, despite our victory, what do we work on this week to get us ready for the Gators at the 11 o'clock game, and especially after what we saw against Georgia. What do we work on in the offseason, and what do you guys expect us to improve this week?
I think we get healthy, bro. I'll just start. Go ahead,
number one. No, health that's the biggest part. Wait, nailed it. Secondly, we need to improve upon the things that we need to work on. We don't need to really focus on Florida, I don't think, at this point. We need to work on our running game. We need to work on our footwork at the quarterback position. And we need to work on coming out fast, starting strong, starting fast, and putting them to bed early, guys. We don't need to let them stay in the game like they did against Georgia this past week.
Holly, I think you took the words directly. What I was going to say, man, that footwork in the quarterback position, he just, I don't know what's going on back there, man. He was doing some things in the first couple games, and I'm not seeing the same consistency in the end. And I'm like, this can't be the same guy, because when people are like, well, you should put in Arch. You should put in Arch. Arch is ready. I was like, Arch is gonna be ready next year. He's gonna lead it. But I was like, y'all forget the dimes that Quinn was throwing the first couple games. I mean, it was dimes over and over. He looked really good. Heisman front runner. And now, something has happened. Yeah. And folks are just saying, it's a mental thing. I'm like, yeah, but you don't mentally, your mechanics back there probably don't change as much. You may just, you may miss a pass, or you may hesitate on a throw. I'm trying to understand what the disconnect is.
Yeah, it's a bit of the term I'm trying to bring out is pocket sloth. He's a bit lazy back in the pocket when he's dropping back. Yeah, he's throwing off his back foot.
Say it a little.
Going sidearm. I just don't know. So that has to be corrected this week.
It was a true oblique muscle. I ask people all the time, how long does it take in order for an oblique muscle to heal? It's a muscle. It's like there's nothing that you could really deer antler spray.
Horny goat weed.
Tussin on it, bro. Put some tussin on it and let's move, man.
That's it, man. To that point, in regards to that was an injury, right? There may be a deal where he doesn't want to push it, like on a deep ball or like a long slant or whatever it is. He may be apprehensive of pulling that again. And to the point of what we need to do is, we got to let these fundamentals go, right? If it's a 3-step drop with good footwork and you look to the left and you hit this guy, you need to do that. If you're an offensive lineman, you take 2 steps. You don't let somebody come across your face. You block it. If you're a running back, you have 2 steps. You hit the hole. You head north and fall forward. Like, those simple things are what change us from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 3, right? And those are the things, to Jonesy's point. When we have gotten up on these teams, they're not multifaceted the way we are. So when we get up on them, they takes away half of what they can do. Florida's gonna have a walk-on quarterback and then like a 3rd or 4th string backup. Like, it shouldn't be a scenario where they can still run the ball. You need to be down 17 and you need to be throwing the ball. And our pass rushers, I don't even know the last time Anthony Hill has gotten like a true sack, and we haven't seen the ravishing, shout out to Toma, we haven't seen the ravishing Rick Rude's dance, our superstar freshman. I don't know if he's got a sack in 2 games either, which is really 3 games. I'm not sure if he got one. I can't remember if he got one in Oklahoma. Those are the things that we need to get back to, and in summation, everybody needs a restart. Coaches, trainers, offense, defense, pole assassin, everybody needs a restart, because we got 8 weeks left, and we have something bigger than Florida, Georgia, A&M. We got Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon, Georgia, those folks in our eyes.
Come on,
we out here eating.
Hungry. I want to just add to your point, Kali, in terms of mechanics, right? That's what I hope for my man Quintavious. I was wondering if there was some lack of confidence in terms of why he's sitting, right? And there's a filter, and some of that could be in the mindset. But he's the mechanic. You got to feel that. You got to step up. You got to move right. Hey, Bubba, let's get a design run a little bit. Let's see what you got. I just need him to feel the pocket, and you could do that over this week. Now, if your oblique is still oblique, and you just got to man up at this point. Isaiah Bond's going to be back, so we got golden eye time, baby.
I'm gonna jump in and say this: we are the most hateful people in the world. Quinn went 17 for 17 at one point.
There's no hate, baby.
He went
It's not hate.
17
It's
at
constructive.
one point.
It's constructive criticism.
Interceptions were batted balls.
Ooh.
And you know what really
Do
killed
the
us?
4 foot work.
You know what really killed us?
No, yep.
What?
You haven't said it yet. Penalties. Penalties killed us that game. Like, I mean, you look at it. We're driving on 2 to 3 drives. We get a holding call. We get some crazy self-inflicted penalties that limited our playbook and brought us back. So had we not had those penalties, we probably would have been up by another 14 to 21 points. So let's really focus on that. My man Quinn went 17 for 17 at one point in the game.
Did.
So
He did.
So he was balling out.
But you also acknowledge there were
that.
some mechanical issues, right? And we've seen that over the last 2 weeks, or last
Correct.
2 games.
Correct.
So, but I echo that. I echo in terms of we got mental mistakes in other places too.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and get to the final score. Let's give us your predictions. What's the final score for the game on Saturday? Khalid, what you got?
35 to a game lead Florida team. They're going to be scrappy. I'd say 35-17. It's going to be a little tighter at the half, just like the Georgia game. But we should be able to outpace them. Third quarter, really separate ourselves and just put it to bed.
Jonesy, what you got?
I think it's going to be somewhere around the 24 to 45. Us. They'll score.
Okay.
They're going to score.
We balling out.
Yeah, I think we're in a ball. I think Sark is giving them the talk that they need to. They're going to ball this time. We have to make a statement.
That's right.
Toma T.
Yeah,
How we smiling? How we smiling on Saturday?
We're smiling. First of all, welcome, Floridians, Gatorians. We're gonna we can probably find some fried gator for you to come and sample in Austin. Welcome to Austin. We're gonna host you. We're gonna find smiles. We'll give you high fives. I'm looking for. I've been very aggressive in these calls because I wanted to see more money, and I think we're gonna see some money. So I'm going 37 to 20 actually. 37 to 20. They'll get some of that 20 later in the fourth quarter, but that's where I'm at with it.
Wait.
I'm going for Sark to show whoever A&M played, he's going to put those on the table. And I'm thinking 42-17. And because I think most of it is going to come from, we're going to have a lot of short fields. I think the defense, who all these ups and downs, other than like a couple of minutes versus Georgia, like the defense has been strong all year. I think we're like second in defensive points per game. So I think there'll be short fields where we'll be able to get things going. And I think Sark is we're going to see the most players play since we've gotten to SEC. I think a ton of dudes are going to play, and it's going to be like, hey, if show them.
Hey, I'm going real quick. 38-13. We about to put it up. The defense going to show up for sure in front of at DKR. So 38-13. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all listening. Ear hustling, as some call it, eavesdropping. And when we do this segment, we always say, don't talk.
Just
listen. We out. Hook 'em.